Guys, we got
That's
Gabe
right.
Wootton on the show. We're going to get into some fun segments with Gabe. These are a little bit quicker. These are kind of meant for reels and TikToks and things to kind of get people
Gotcha.
buzzed about the show. I think you'll enjoy these, though. I really do.
Okay.
Most folks do.
Let's go.
The first one is called "Did You Know."
Okay.
Can you tell us something your fans may not know about you?
I've only got one arm.
That's untrue.
Um, I used to be a grave digger.
Oh yeah, with one
Yeah.
arm. How'd you do that?
Yeah. Slowly.
All right. All right, next one is called Mount Rushmore. Who is on Gabe Wooten's Mount Rushmore of songwriting?
Songwriting.
Yeah.
Tom Waits, John Prine, Christopherson. Uh, oof.
First three are always easy, y'all.
Fucking Leon Russell, baby.
There you go. All right, I like
Yeah.
it. All right,
Yeah.
next segment's called What the Heck? These are 5 rapid fire questions. Just give me whatever comes to your brain first.
I did this one time for a case. Yeah.
Yeah, this is I love What the Heck. It's so much fun. All right, so number 1, how long do you wait after finishing your food before going back for seconds?
Generally the last bite is I'm in transit.
Yeah, me too. I'm there with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, usually like 3 or 4 bites to go. I'm already in
I don't
line.
I don't get funny about death or food, right? Like if I'm hungry and I'm gonna eat, I'm gonna eat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I don't try to put on any airs like, oh no, maybe one more. No, like they used to bolt the doors as I approached like Golden Corrals.
I remember one
Shit,
time, yeah,
shit, he's coming back.
yeah, go to a Chinese food buffet. You go now. You here for an hour.
What
You,
was the Simpsons thing? But I haven't had all I could eat
yeah,
yet. You know?
exactly. You sumo. You sumo.
Yeah, I'm a fat kid, dude. I like to
Me
eat, man.
too.
I
Me
love it.
too.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, number 2. Which celebrity annoys you the most?
There's more than one.
There
Um,
is.
Man, probably like somebody I don't even know who they are. Like I'll get on Instagram or whatever, and watch a video about like Russian car wrecks or whatever, and then some new video will roll up,
Yeah.
and I think it's just some kid, and then turns out they're like somebody really famous.
Yeah, I hate that.
I don't even know, but that
Man,
whoever that is, that one.
I stream video games from time to time. I used to do it for a living, and people would come in and troll me, and sometimes I would troll back until
Sure.
like somebody I was trolling back was like some guy with 1 million followers on Twitch. You know what I mean? It's like, oops.
Now they're all gonna come for me.
Yeah, exactly
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
That's how you end up on Reddit, apparently.
Oh, and
I
that's
don't know.
dude. It's like when the people at church used to talk shit about me. I never knew.
Yeah, same. People would come in and say, "Did you know what they said about you on Reddit?" And I'd be like, "What's Reddit?"
Yeah. Yeah. Is that the one by Croatia or
Yeah,
no?
exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my god! All right, number 3. What are you most afraid of?
Not dying.
Not dying, so staying
Yeah.
alive.
Yeah. I used to watch those vampire movies, man.
Immortality is what fears you the most.
Yeah, I would be sad for those guys, man.
Yeah, yeah,
Like the vampire. I'm like, God damn, what a drag, dude.
yeah. Nothing to look forward to.
Yeah. And especially like, what if you were a vampire had been alive for like 1,000 years?
Yeah.
Right. You were a dude that knew some shit.
Yeah.
And
Plus, you've watched the evolution of the stupidest race on the planet, right?
right. Every
Or
day
the
some
de-evolution, really.
Yeah. Every
Yeah.
day some asshole would roll up on you and be like, hey, did you know? Like, fuck you, I was there.
Right. I invented that shit. Get out of
Yeah.
here.
So to me, that just seems like torture, man.
Yeah, yeah. All right, number 4. Speaking of torture, what is no big deal for most people, but torture to you?
Oh, like having a job, like a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of different jobs, dude. And the worst job I ever had, I was a database manager.
Wow.
It was the worst thing I've ever done. And I've done all the worst jobs in the world, dude,
Yeah.
And a database manager like broke my brain and my spirit. And it was the only job I ever, well, no, I've quit a bunch of jobs, but I quit that one in pretty extravagant fashion. We can't talk about that though.
God dang it. All right, last one. Have you ever tripped on stage? And if so, how did you play it off as cool?
Oh yeah, dude. I had a guy one time gave us a bunch of acid right before we went on. And or do you mean like actually fell?
I love it, bro.
Hey man, so look, speaking of John Evans, dude, there was a spot over here, and I guess it's still over here in Bryan, or outside of College Station or whatever, called the Beer Joint, and that was the name of the joint, the Beer Joint, and we played a lot of shows there, and John Evans was there one night with the band, Billy Beeson, the whole 9 yards, and the stage was merely the area in front of the TV, right? You know, and but but they were decent. Would most of the time turn the TV off, you know, when you were playing.
Most of the time.
But we were hanging out, and it was a pretty loose spot, you know. And John said, "Man, why don't you get up and sing one with the band?" You know, and I said, "Yeah, dude, let's do it," you know. And I forget, it was Johnny Cash or something, you know, whatever, something easy and accessible. And you know, the band's all scooched up in this one spot, and there's amplifiers everywhere, and mics and stuff, and drum kits, and John's a big old lanky dude, right? Like, he's tall as hell. And sure enough, he backed his heels up against an amp right as I started to sing. And he backed his heels up, and he went down, dude. And, you know, I turned from the mic, and I'm like, you know, are you okay? You know? And he's on his back playing guitar.
Still going.
Like, half in, like, the cymbal stands and shit. And he's like, don't ever fucking stop, you know? And I'm like,
it. Rock and roll.
To this day, man, I'm like, you know, if I see somebody go down, I'm like, don't ever stop. You
know? I love it.
So yeah, no, dude, I've probably fallen. I've probably fallen a bunch. Who knows?
I think everybody has. Nobody has said no to that question.
No,
yet, so.
No, dude. Look, a lot of these stages aren't very structurally sound.
No, they're not, so, and there's shit everywhere, man.
I'll blame it on the plywood or whatever. You know?
One of my last interviews, I asked her that question, and she said there was something on the stage, and she said, I remember telling the band somebody's going to trip on that, and then
it was her.
And it was her later on. Yep.
Look out for that rock.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right, next one's called One Artist. Who is one artist you wish the whole world knew about?
Oh, Johnny Dowd.
I love how you answered right away.
Yeah, Johnny Dowd, dude. DOWD. He's this dude, man. He's a bit of a maniac. And if you want to talk about writing with a completely fearless sense of place and self or whatever, Johnny Dowd is your man, dude.
Nice.
He makes all kinds of weird, funny sounds. He writes about all kinds of stuff that maybe you ain't supposed to talk about, you know. Matter of fact, I'm super stoked because when I was dicking around the old quarter, Amy LeVere and Will Sexton are coming to town in August, I believe, at the old quarter, and they're bringing Johnny Dowd with them.
Let's go. Hell yeah.
He's got a song called what is the name of that one? Terrible with titles. No Woman's Flesh. Okay. Johnny Dowd, No Woman's Flesh. Go find that one and then just jump in.
Nice.
And it's a beast of a song, dude. It's so good.
I can't wait to share that. All right, cool.
Yeah, man.
All right, what's still on your wish list?
In general, or like stuff? I need a new. I've settled on a pin battle. I love the pin battle. It's a good reel for like about 2 or 3 years, no maintenance, and you just go buy a new one. They're relatively cheap, so I could use 2 new pin battles, like a 3,000 size. Okay. It's great for inshore. You can fish, you know, off the jetty and stuff with it. Right?
So it's all about fishing.
Man, I love it. I want people to be fucking happy. You know, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Right. I think 99% of the world's problems are because people are unhappy and they're pissed that other people are happy, and so they act the way they do. You know what I mean? And if whatever makes you happy is something you're embarrassed about, get over that shit, man, and be happy.
Yep.
Because you're killing the rest of us. That, and I wish people would get out of the left-hand lane if they're not going to drive right.
Please do. Golly, man. There's a reason why Texas has it at 85 miles an hour. It isn't so you can go 60. God dang.
I used to bitch about the road, but it's not the road, it's the people.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
Golly, you got that so right. All right. Yeah. What's the biggest lesson you've learned directly from music, Gabe?
I think it's the be happy part, man. Like, even if you're sad, be happy. You know what I mean? Like, if, you know, you see people walk around and they're just mad and they're bitter and they're yelling at other people and they pissing on whatever somebody else is doing. Well, that's not because there's some, you know, critic of art or lawn mowing or whatever they're bitching about. They're just pissing on people's stuff because they're unhappy.
Yep.
Right. So, if you sad, sing a sad song. If you happy, sing a happy song. Because in doing that, you, without even knowing it, deal with whatever the fuck you're dealing with, man. You know what I mean? If nothing else, it gives you 3.5 minutes to think about.
Yeah.
What's eating you up, So, it's cliche or whatever, but music saved my life. You know what I mean? Like, there's no telling where I ended up if I'd stayed in this database job or whatever the hell I was doing that was making me miserable, but the money was right, or this is what I thought I was supposed to do or whatever. Jesus, I'd have gone off the skyscraper. Who knows? You know what I mean?
I don't know where you're gonna find one of those in Galveston. Jeez.
There's one.
All right, I got a couple of more for you. I think.
Come on, man.
I like this next question because it really it tells. It's a perspective based question. I call it moment of gravity. I feel like everybody when we're looking back in a reflective state at our age, we can always kind of pinpoint that one time, that one event in life, even if it's a person, perhaps, that kind of changed our path more than any other. For you, it's music based. That's where your path led you. So what was that moment of gravity for you that kind of led you to where you are now, do you think?
Man, I think it's that catching that Red River Radio Network stuff. Like, and I'm not trying to oversell that, man, but it was really, the aha moment or whatever. It was, I was always kind of a quick kid when I was little and easily bored, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I think hearing that stuff when I heard it, coupled with the fact that I didn't have access to it and had to like go hunt it down and seek it out. Shit, man, that's why I'm here,
Yeah.
100% why I'm here.
I love that, man. I kind of figured that might be where you headed with that. Yeah, I love that. Next one's called Grateful. What are the top 3 things you're most grateful for?
Oh, man, my wife and child, just the world, dude. You know what I mean? The world is even, these days it's really easy to sit and go, oh man, the world is fucked up. And you've got a lot of evidence, towards that.
Mm-hmm.
But it beats the alternative, dude. You know what I mean? You could be in a box not worrying about none of it. So I'm grateful, for my wife and my kid and the world.
I love that. Good stuff. Last question, probably the hardest one. Perhaps not for you though. Because you're very descriptive. Who is Gabe Wootton?
Oh man, that's the hard part. Believe it or not,
indeed.
If you, I believe I still have a website. I'm not 100% sure about that.
You do. It's it is GabeWootton.com. That's with 2 T's.
There you go. Yeah, we do take the long way around it. WOOTTON, man.
Yep.
You feel compelled to put like a bio on there or whatever. And I think what I ended up coming up with was something about, I don't have as many songs about trains as I thought I would, and that's about it. And then it's hard to answer because you want to like lie a little bit and describe yourself as who you want to be, and who you'd like to be. I've got as many shortcomings and failings as anybody else, maybe a little more, who knows, I think I'm a good guy at the end of it. I think I'm somebody who tries to care about people, even though I come off as a bit of a dick sometimes. But if I come off as a dick to you, you probably deserve it,
Of course.
And that's all, dependent upon perspective, probably.
Yep.
But I don't know, man. I like to jam. I like songs. I like to have fun. I like to eat as much shrimp as I can hold. I like being late for shit. Not to be a dick, but just because, I got fired from a job one time before I ever worked a shift.
Because you were late?
5 minutes late.
First day.
First day. That's a story for another time, though, man.
Yeah, hey, I was in the Navy once. I was late all the time. They don't like that shit in the military.
Yeah. I was one of those the original Red Dawn kids, and I'm like, oh shit, yeah. And then I started like looking into the military, and I'm like, that's not gonna work.
No. Yeah, I was a night owl, and I have
Yeah,
come to find
100%.
out years later I was diagnosed with something called free-flowing sleep pattern, which, looking
Is it
back,
contagious? Because I may have
it
it
is
as well.
not. But apparently, what it means is I have 26-hour days. So where most people sleep for 8 hours, I sleep for 10, and then every day I'm awake 2 hours later, and there's nothing I can do
Right,
about it. It sucks.
right. Well, maybe it's because you listened to too much Night Ranger growing up,
Could be.
because they had a song where they rocked 25 hours a day.
Yeah, yeah. I believe it. I mean, Night
That
Ranger
may
was
be what caused
badass.
it, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I love that. So you are. Is there new music coming? I know the record is a couple years old
Um,
now.
Man, yes. When? I don't know. I've always got stuff, and like I talked about earlier, the way I write is not very conducive to hitting deadlines.
Right.
And as we found out trying to do this thing, like I'm kind of time fluid myself.
Yeah.
I do have a thing that, and I do this thing where I'll say it out loud and get other people involved. That way, I've got somebody bothering me,
Yep.
right?
That's smart.
Well, it's a tool. So I guess one of my newest songs is uh, I don't know, you know it has a name. It's Merely Moonlight, maybe, who knows. But it's sort of this little sparse sort of what the guy say, it was like the guy talking about haikus, where it's not the arrow or the target, but the act of drawing the bow kind of song. And I've talked to Robert Kuhn, who performs now as Galveston, from Galveston. He's got a little bunker studio, and he does some great kind of noise sound things. And the song has plenty of room for somebody to do something.
Nice.
So I've talked to him a couple of times, and I'm gonna come cut the thing at your place, and then just let you have it, and go with it. And then I talked to Glenna Bell over at KPFT. I told her back when I did some shows with Garrett Capps, February, and I'm like, she's like, I need new music, and I'm like, I will do this thing with Robert Kuhn, and I will get it to you. Please bother me about it.
It's June, y'all.
And then like 3 months later, I had to get mad at her and be like, hey, quit bothering me.
Quit bothering me.
But yeah, so now I've told, you're now like the fourth person I've brought into the circle of responsibility and accountability or whatever. So hopefully before the end of the summer, I'll get with Robert and knock that out.
Let's go.
I'll ship you a copy, dude, and we'll get it out there. It's a cool little song. I like to say not for or about, but because of another guy that was in College Station writing songs, a dude named Ben Hall, who unfortunately has passed since. But it's a cool little song, and I think it's a good one. So we'll try to get it to you, man.
That's good stuff, man. Looking forward to it, man. Gabe, thank you so much for being on the show today.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, no problem. I want to reiterate to people, it's GabeWootton.com. That's GabeWootton.com.
Yeah.
And he's on Facebook and Instagram, so follow him on both of those as well.
I'm back on Facebook, man. I'm on TikTok just to yell about world leaders and shit every once in a while, but mostly off of that.
Hey, I started I started a TikTok for that reason in October of last year, and it blew up, and I got like 2,000 followers in a month, and then I switched it to music just so I could go live on there.
Well, fortunately, I forgot the password. So, otherwise, I think maybe there'd be knocks at the door.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that has issues with that. Bro, I got papers everywhere with my login information, man.
Man, I got to start new ones all the time.
Yeah, I hear you. Well,